I am thankful for small mercies, the chance to speak and be heard, and to represent hundreds of newly graduated trailblazers, all hopefully committed to figuring out life one step at a time. Congratulations. Pondering upon the theme of BUE, keywords popped up for me. These are togetherness, support, and initiative. The recent tragedy in the Bahamas truly made me realize how necessary it is to establish a firm sense of one Caribbean community. Globally, we are often portrayed as underdeveloped and minuscule, but our true definition lies in what we choose to say about ourselves and through our interconnected actions throughout the region.
And hearing those speeches and seeing the graduates and, doing all these things, it actually makes me want to go back and study. And I'm like, but hats off and congratulations to all who graduated out of the University of the West Indies. The graduation ceremonies, I have to say, took place last weekend. And this morning, as you saw, was actually one of the valedictorians, and I'm really thrilled to say that she's out of my faculty. So yay, good for her. I'm glad that I'm getting to interview her this morning. So let me say good morning to Amanda Mendes.
Good morning, nice
so
to be here.
So glad to have you with us.
Thank
and
you.
on Winners Row, as it's being called, because things have grown so much at the university that they need to do graduations on different days for the various faculties. Back in my day, it was all on more or less one. Yes. But now it's on different days. So congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
And from the Faculty of Humanities and Education. So yay!
Nice faculty.
Yeah, thank you. Now, valedictorian, and we just saw your speech there. I'm going to ask you, were you nervous?
Extremely, extremely nervous. That was my first time doing public speaking on such a great scale.
Wow.
So it was so new for me, but I knew I had to conquer that fear and, take that stepping stone.
Are you nervous now?
Less.
Because it's
not
less
500 people.
That's right,
So
that's
yeah.
right. What was your degree in?
So I did a double major in literatures and English and film production. So yeah.
Have you done anything? Sometimes you want to dabble a little bit when you're at school and dabble in some film while you're there. Have you done anything that's been out there, film production-wise?
So I was on the Guild Publications Committee for 2016-2017, where we did a bunch of interviews and we had posted on Instagram and Facebook under People of UAE. I also had a documentary called Culture Consciousness. That was the first independent documentary that I directed, edited, and I put it in TTFF 2017. So that was a whole new experience for me, being a director and being recognized in the festival for that.
Now, how is it managing, though? It's a double major, because I know I wanted to do, but I was an evening student at the time, I wanted to do psychology as a double, but it was a little bit difficult for me. Now it's much easier, because the classes were in the morning and I couldn't attend, and then I was studying how I was going to juggle the two, and working at the same time. How did you manage it?
Really strict time management. The thing is, literature and film complement each other in ways you wouldn't really expect. So a lot of the theory you learn in literature, it enhances film history. So it was just like the same amount of work you need to put forward in terms of doing introspective work and research and learning your history. And you have to come correct when you're trying to work in media and trying to represent people. So both majors, because they complemented each other so well, I didn't find it too hard to balance.
So they basically
both
fit hand
majors.
in glove.
Yeah.
Okay, now valedictorians. The criteria for valedictorians, straight A's. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That is not an easy feat. So I can imagine you would have really had to put the work in for that. I mean, we just talked a little bit about that, but how much work did you, and how much of your time, did you have much leisure time putting all that effort into your success?
Well, on weekends, I usually took them for myself, so I would enjoy going to the beach with my family. Some weekends, I would volunteer with the UA Environmental Society. We do beach cleanups. So I did find a good break between, but I think because I had a passion for what I was learning and studying, it didn't come across as too much of work for me, as a hassle for me to learn history or, different theories and stuff like that. So I enjoyed it. So I think that helped me a lot.
Okay, what do you intend to do? Because it's a nice marriage, as you would have mentioned, between literatures. What type of literatures did you do?
Plus, I studied African literatures of the Indian diaspora, then, typical West Indian
That
literatures,
one.
and you have Shakespeare and stuff, which.
So it's still pretty much the same course that you have to
Mm-hmm,
do. Did you do, I think it was Indian, yeah, you said Indian, West Indian, African.
African.
Yeah, and those were English. We also did English and American as
Yes,
well. So we
yes.
did those two as well. So it's basically the same
The
course
same,
structure, which is
basically.
great, and
Yeah.
some really great books.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that, which one do you prefer, especially if you have to translate it into film? Is there one that you do prefer to translate that into film, or you just love all of them?
I love all, but I think I really appreciated African literature, even West Indian literature as well. A lot of the same themes of, the so-called third world, what we go through with development and stuff like that. I really interested in that more so than, like the European works of literature.
I totally agree with you. That was
Mm-hmm.
my thing too. But I want to congratulate you
Thank you so
once
much.
again. I mean, straight A student,
Mm-hmm.
valedictorian on winners row for
Mm-hmm.
2019.
Yes.
Congratulations. All the best
Thank you.
in your venture forward. And I can see great things coming from
Thank
you.
you so
You
much.
got a
I
great start
appreciate it.
already.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amanda Mendes there this morning, valedictorian of the Faculty of Humanities and Education, the best, as she said, the best. And we'll be right back after this. Stay with us. We're on Winners Row. We can't get better than that. Stay with us.